No room for the lifting up and exaltation of Yeshua in your life if you are wallowed in self-pity. There is no room for him to be exalted in your life. And we've been there. Rivka and I have been there. We know what it's like to swim in a pool of self-pity.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
We've all been there.
Yes.
We all have been there.
Yes.
And the pool of self-pity is clouded by the chlorine of this world.
Wow.
And by the bromine of this world. It's not pure, it's chemically induced.
Chemically induced.
You can't see straight.
Amen.
You have your health, you have the basic needs of food, clothing, and shelter.
Yes.
Therein you should rejoice, you should give Yahuwah praise.
Amen.
Amen.
And we wallow in self-pity over what we could have, what we should have,
Exactly.
what we ought to have.
Wow.
How we're perceived, how we're treated, how we're not loved. Yeah, you're not loved. Deal with it.
Exactly.
Nobody loves you. That's right.
Oh,
So instead of sitting there and wallowing in self-pity, why don't you believe the final court of arbitration?
Amen.
Yeshua is so in love with you that he plans on you moving into his house forever.
Amen.
You will dwell, Psalm 23, you will dwell in the house of Yahuwah forever.
Forever.
Amen.
There's the end of your pity party.
Hallelujah.
Okay, nobody loves you. You're right. All right, nobody understands you.
Okay.
But I know one who understands you. I know one who loves you.
Yes.
When the rabbi and the rebbitzin have a bad day, they may not be loving you the right way, but Yeshua loves you.
Hallelujah.
And it's not just, well, yeah, but I can't have sex with Yeshua. Well, don't take wait a second. Don't take me there. Don't take me there. Don't even ask me to go there. Especially now that I'm on YouTube.
Don't go there.
Yeshua wants to be part of every area of your life. And he can be part of every, and that's part of the reason I wrote what I wrote in the book. Now the rebirth of Israelite marriage. You know, we've got him compartmentalized. We don't take him to work.
Uh-oh.
We don't take him there because of the relatives and the Christmas tree. We don't take him into the bedroom because we can't have orgasms. We tell Yeshua to wait in the living room because he doesn't know what we're doing in there, see?
Yeah, right.
That is not Yahweh. That's your stupid head. Yeshua wants to be intimately and intricately involved in every area. Your food choices, the way you eat, the way you sleep, the way you procreate, every area of your life.
Amen.
And that takes practice.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of practice.
Interesting.
And if you don't ask, if there are certain rooms and certain things that he's not welcome in, he won't push himself. I had married couples come to me for many years. They had a problem in their sex life. So what does the world tell them to do? Pay the Harlot Principle. The Harlot Principle. Pay for Dr. Ruth Westheimer. Dr. Ruth. Right? They send them to Dr. Ruth, right, for sex therapy. What did Dr. Ruth say? Very good, bravo, bravo, bravo.
Have you used the condom?
Exactly. Exactly.
Roll it. Oh, God.
And Yeshua says, I could have fixed that, but you told me I wasn't welcome.
All right.
You told me I wasn't interested. You tried to keep me out of there. You thought you were doing something dirty and unclean. That's because we have a Goyish cup. We have a Gentile mind, not a Hebraic mind. The Gentile mind is babies.
Handle it.
The Hebraic mind is pleasure and babies. All things are permitted to me, but not all things are profitable. All things in Torah are permitted for me, in Torah. Not all things, but all things in Torah.
Amen.
But I will not be brought under the power. So if there's something in the Torah that, listen, that would make you a slave to what Yahuwah allows, you don't do it.
Amen.
Yahuwah allows this, that, and the other thing. Yahuwah allows the eating of chicken livers. Do you know that? Chicken livers are kosher. You ask any Jewish person, chicken liver is kosher. Right? There's no such thing as a Jewish home without a nice chicken liver and a little of this and a little of that. Chopped liver.
Chopped liver.
Chopped chicken liver. Right? But we're keeping the temple of the Ruach, is livers profitable for you? Yes, absolutely, if you enjoy triple bypass. If you really want to enjoy quadruple bypass, add some extra chicken livers to your livers. Add some garlic and some, make it taste good, even better. And fry it. Is brain kosher? Is a cow's brain kosher?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. But you might get CJD.
Now, are all these things necessarily profitable? Probably not. You eat enough chicken liver, I promise you, you will have bypass surgery if you live to tell about it. If you get to the surgery, you may die before that. But it's in Torah, it's permitted. You see what and Chris was referring to it earlier. Some men want plural marriage because they just like, you can't even support one wife.
Come on now.
You loser.
Uh-oh.
You're a loser. You can't hold down a job. You have no income. You push her out the door to work while you stay at home and watch cartoons.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
Rejected.
Well, broke behind self.
So these things are permitted, but you're under the, and if you allow them into your life, you'll be under their power.
Exactly.
Yes, controlled by them.
You cannot be under the power of anything. That is a spirit, a harlot principle. To be under the power of anything other than the Ruach, Yahuwah, and His court. His court has a constitution. It's called the Word of Yahuwah. His court meets anytime you need them to meet for free. They shouldn't charge you for the basic services that you need to be healthy, spiritually and emotionally.
Oh, man.
In all my years of ministry, I've never asked someone to write me a check for counseling. Does that make me great? No, it makes me biblical.
Oh, man.
Now, you'll pay for a tape and a CD, you're darn tootin' right you will. Because I've got to cover my costs. You want me to print the Bible for $40 and give it to you for free? Do you think I'm rich?
Exactly.
But not for the Word. The Word is given freely. The counseling is given freely.
Yes.
The prayer is given freely. Freely you have received, freely give. You know, Chris, I'm coming to think that it's good that we're on YouTube. Because people hear all about Rabbi Moshe through this one and that one. But I think when people can see my beautiful face, and people can see my gorgeous blue eyes, and see that I'm not the head of some kind of a sex cult, I think they'll like me. How about you?
Amen.
I think they'll like me. Because they can see me and they can hear me and they don't have to base their judgment and their opinion about what somebody else said.
Oh, man.
Yes.
So I'm beginning to think we belong on YouTube. Baruch Hashem.
Baruch Hashem.
Because I do have a crime. I am guilty of a lot of things. 613. I preached the full 613. So you want to charge me, you can have 613 indictments against me. That's my crime. Preaching all of Torah.
Guilty.
Guilty as
Guilty
charged.
as charged. Absolutely.
Guilty as charged.
Guilty.
Have I made mistakes in my ministry? Absolutely. But see, my mistakes were made in my ministry, not in my self-pity.
Amen.
Oh, man.
Amen.
Exactly.
Hallelujah.
In the process of serving Yahuwah and His people, I made mistakes.
Amen.
Yes.
But it's better than sitting home twiddling your thumbs and calling yourself a priest of Yeshua and doing nothing to try to help people,
Exactly.
orphans, widows, poor
Exactly.
people, and trying not doing anything. I'd rather make mistakes in His service and have you liars accuse me of bad motivations
Uh-oh.
than sitting home and being a do-nothing, as many believers are bumps on the log.
Yep, that's
And
it.
if you're a bump on the log, be careful because you may get logs on your bump.
Somebody might saw you off.
Are you sure?
I believe we have over-the-counter cream for that.
Oh. Oh.
Alright.
Oh.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah.
It's called Preparation Y. Not Preparation H, honey. It's called Preparation Yeshua. Light a fire under your tuchus and get you off the log. Look at verse 13. Food for the stomach. And don't worry, we only have another hour, so just don't get impatient. Food for the stomach. True. There's a power in our life. There's a principle of harlotry. Stomach for food. Rabbi, I resent that. How on earth do you get eating with harlotry? Because you're thinking of harlotry as paying for sex. Yeah? Yeah? But slavery to food is harlotry.
Yep.
You are paying for everything that goes in that stomach.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
Interesting. That's right.
Now, if you have power over that,
Exactly.
you're growing in Yeshua, you're maturing in Yeshua. But if you keep excusing away your lack of power,